Hey, welcome back. So let's see exactly why our code did not work. Now, if you look closely at this function, you'll see that there's return true here, which stops it from running this if this was actually true. Okay. So the problem with this obviously is that if a record already exists, it will simply enable it, and then it will never get to notification, which is exactly what we have here. So what I will do here is instead, I will make an else statement over there where to add this. That way I can get rid of the return, which will be useless at this point. That way, regardless where it passes here, it will still get to the notification phase. So let's give it another shot and see what happens. So click invite and keep our fingers crossed that it worked this time. Let's go back to the final side. Okay, so there we have number 35, which is pretty good. We have the user that invited, and it's an invite, and then content ID, that's the page name, I'm guessing, or the group name, the group ID, so to speak, which I should be able to see in the URL there, 3761, and that's correct. But then the content owner here is the person that's being invited, so this should be equal to a user ID and user ID of the person we're inviting. So I can guess that by hovering my mouse on the invite button, and clearly I see that's the correct user ID. It's a content type of group, and there is the date. So that's it for our notification for John Captain, right? So all we have to do now is make sure that he receives it. Let's check if he has received it. So let me go back to user invites here and remove this true or. That way it shows he's already invited, because we don't need to go through that path again. So now I will log in as John. So log out here. So let's go to the John. Okay, so there we go. Now let's go to notifications, of course. So as you can see here, there's a hint of what's supposed to happen. So there's the one that did the clicking, of course, and tagged you in a post, okay. All right, so all this works. So here it says the username here, or the person that did something, and then it just says your group. So we need to change this. And then if I click on this, where should it take me? Right now it doesn't know where to take me. So let's fix all that in the notifications. So let's go to notifications.php. And let's come down here to see what is going on. So single notification is where the action is at. So I'll close notification and open single notification. So if content type is equal to post, this is the link. If content type is equal to profile, that's the link. So now let's just add one more here. Shouldn't there be an else statement here? Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, there should be an else statement there, like so. I think I may have missed that. So let's duplicate that and add one more, which is content type should be invite. Oh, wait a minute. Is that correct? I don't think so. Content type is group, actually. Activity is the one that's invite. So group Now, once the content type is group, we can add some other if statements here. For example, if the activity is invite or not or something else, then we do something else. But here, I think we are fine for now. I'm just going to say link. Here, we're supposed to take this user to a group. Now, remember that we want to take the user to the group, and also, let me open this in another tab. Let's go to groups. So this user clearly has no groups. So we want to take the user to the group, and they have to be on the invited page so that they can see themselves there. So to get to the group, we have to go to group and then the group ID and then the page that they are supposed to be on. So here, the group ID is content ID, which is fine, but we don't need, okay, so we can leave that there, or should we? What I will do is add something here, which is invited slash. Okay, so even though the language isn't yet clear, we will get the correct link. So if I click on this now, then I get here where it says John Captain, you were invited by so and so, accept or decline. Okay, but let's deal with the language first. All right, I have a bit of a flu there. Yeah, just to clear my throat there, make sure. Okay, so we have to deal with the language here. So let's come down here and see where that is. So this is the area where we are dealing with the language. So I will simply add one more as usual. And this one will be invite, yes. So when somebody has invited you, you say invited. Okay, good. So we're getting there. Invited you, it's supposed to be to a group, okay? So let's add the you here as well, because that should always follow. To, okay, so invited you to, so it shouldn't be your, which this is right now, because if the user ID is the same, then okay, so I see what's happening here. It's not a tag, or else it's this. So it defaults to that part. But if the activity is wait a minute, let's put to a like that. We just have to eliminate your here. So what I will do is say if, let me bring that here again. So this is a patch up job here, not very scalable, but it will do for now. And put an else statement there. Okay, too many brackets. So if activity is equal to invite, then okay, then we can leave that. I think I should put this one here, a, and remove it from there, just so we can have something there, and refresh. Okay, so invited you to a group. We are somewhere here. Hopefully we haven't broken anything else. So now if I click and get here, then there it is. Now if I go back, I see that it doesn't show that I've seen this notification, so we can easily fix that. If I go to group.php itself, not the one in classes, just this one that deals with notification right there. So instead of to, we'll add 3 because now we have to account for the third 0, 1, 2, 3. If I click here, you see the notification number is on the third location. That's 0, 1, 2, 3. So that's all we need to do. We just need to change this number to 3 and 3 there. Okay, so it can add, check if this is from a notification. Yeah. So if the user was from a notification, let me refresh and click again. We see that it seems nothing has changed, but if I go back now, you see that it shows I actually saw that. Click OK. So now the only thing remaining now is to accept or decline this invitation.